Between that and feeding ourselves, self-care and sleep, where do our dreams and purpose really fit in? Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Free Advantage, brought to you by The Risky Path. I want to invite you to join me each week as we explore self-discovery, authenticity, and the journey to uncovering a life of freedom. This podcast is about sharing and exploring impactful experiences that we all share in a relatable and digestible way. With so much information out there, it can be overwhelming to take it all in. And here, I want to give you small bites that you can take back into your week and integrate into your daily life. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our last episode of our March Madness topic of all the things that drive us mad. As we wrap up this month, I wanted to dive into one of the biggest frustrations of them all. Us trying to balance the never-ending demands of life while still making space for the things that actually matter to us. Like, how are we supposed to balance the things that we have to do with the things we want to do? When do we put our dreams first? How can we manage our lives while following our purpose? Because let's be real, most of us are just managing life, not living it. Life is a never-ending to-do list. So how do we juggle work, our relationships, responsibilities, and our personal dreams without feeling stretched so thin? Some days it feels like I'm drowning in responsibilities. There's always something demanding my attention. The house needs cleaning, errands need running, chores are piling up, the kids are needing something, and just all of my relationships need tending to. I don't know about you, but most days I don't even get through my have-to-do list, let alone my want-to-do list. When am I supposed to have time left for me and my quote-unquote purpose or my dreams? It can be exhausting and very overwhelming. And if I'm being honest, a lot of the time I feel like I don't even belong on my own schedule. It can feel like I'm not even living my own life sometimes, especially the one I envisioned. I cannot tell you how many days, months, and years that I have sat in despair, desperation, and disappointment of seeing time pass me by. The time passing by without fulfilling my hopes, dreams, and what I felt is my purpose. This has been my ultimate dilemma. Growing up, I always thought my life would look a certain way. I had grand ideas of a lavish life, doing all of the things, meeting all of the people, living adventures out, and fulfilling all of my dreams. And of course, as many of us do, we grow up to wake up one day feeling blindsided by life, duped out of the life we thought we would live, succumbing to the management of our life instead. For many of us, this is our families and our work. Provision and protection loom over us like an indescribable force propelling us forward in spite of our dreams and purpose. Waking up each day to the burden of weight that we carry to nurture, hold, comfort, and upkeep our own lives. Between that and feeding ourselves, self-care, and sleep, where do our dreams and purpose really fit in? Where is there room for creativity, playfulness, and the trial and error of new things? We end up managing our lives in lieu of living them. Does this sound familiar to you? I think the thing that drives me the most mad about it all is that we only have one life to live. We are not granted do-overs, time extensions. We don't get to respawn. We get one shot. I remember the first time someone said this quote to me, and I know that you've probably heard this too, but the quote is, "You only have one life to live, but if you live it right, that's all you need." I think that our desire is a life that feels meaningful, not just managed. And what I've seen in my own life and the lives of others is sadly that the majority of us end up choosing management over adventure, comfort over risk, and confinement instead of freedom. I lived so many years of my life like this. I had just become another person living on autopilot in life, succumbing to whatever life threw at me, reconciling that this was it, this was my life, and it is what it is, all while cursing and complaining about how I hated it, and I would just long for each day to end just to get up and do it all over again. I made peace with survival, all while grieving the life I wasn't living. And after a while, I became tired and resentful. I became irritated and angry. And eventually, I became fed up. It wasn't until then that I began to realize I didn't have to live this way. There had to be a better way. Like, what was the purpose in living a purposeful life? What was the purpose in having dreams if I wasn't ever going to live them? During that time, I learned a lot about myself and my choices. See, we have the ability to choose. Choose life, choose purpose, to choose risk, and to choose freedom. You don't accidentally stumble into a life that you love. We don't drift our way into purpose. You choose it. Even when it's messy, even when it's inconvenient, and even when there are dishes in the sink and bills to be paid. Living with purpose isn't a huge grand scheme. It's not this overreaching, looming thing we can't achieve. We have to choose purpose every day. Ask yourself when you wake up and throughout your day, what is my purpose in this moment? How can I live out my dreams today? We always want to think of purpose as something we're always looking for, that we can't find or we're trying to figure out what it is. But every day that we live, every day that we step into the new morning, into a new moment with another person, even with ourselves, there is purpose in what we're doing. I want to leave you with a challenge as we end this month. I want you to take inventory. Look at your days, not just the big picture. Where in your everyday can you see your purpose? How can you start living out your dreams in your everyday life? And create space for what matters most to you. Living our dreams every day means letting ourselves not just want more, not just to do more, but be more of who we are. Our dreams and purpose are not tasks. They are not line items that we check off of a list. They're not something so big and out of reach. They are how we move through life. They are who we are. If you're questioning how to live out your purpose in spite of the life that you're living, if the demands of life are becoming overwhelming and you feel like you're left behind, or you're never going to reach your true dreams and purpose in life, remember that living on purpose in our purpose every day leaves us with a legacy of purpose behind. Thank you so much for spending time with me here this month on The Free Advantage as we explored all the things that drive us mad. For more resources, visit my website, theriskypath.com. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to please like, subscribe, and leave us a review. Your voice matters and helps us to grow and get our message out to more people just like you. And let's continue this journey to freedom together. And remember, freedom is the advantage you already own. Until next time.